Hi everyone, Elisa here, and if you clicked on this video, you might be a little bit confused because in the video title, I'm telling you not to be a PM, which kind of contradicts everything I've ever told you in this channel before. So I want to clarify one thing. No, this is not clickbait, and no, I am not kidding. There are some reasons why you maybe should not be a product manager. I think product management is a wonderful career path. I have been on it for quite a while. I really like product management, but I must admit it's not for everyone. And so I wanted to highlight some things that you should maybe know about product management before you actually pursue the product management career path. Sound cool? For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Elisa and I talk about product management, career, and just general adulting in this channel. So if you like any of that stuff, please give me a thumbs up because, you know, why not? And subscribe to this channel. I would super appreciate it. So before I dive into the meat of this video, I want to first give you a refresher on what product managers actually do. So product managers are generally responsible for aligning with the strategic direction of a company and then figuring out which product features or new products to build. And then product managers work with engineers, designers, and basically the rest of the entire company to actually get those product ideas into the product itself and into customers' hands. It is a very strategic role that requires a lot of empathy and also really strong project management skills. It is a career path that pays really well. It's a very strategic career path, and it's also one that, in my opinion, is pretty freaking fun. But as I mentioned earlier, there are some things you should definitely know about product management before you put all your eggs into the product management basket. So I'm going to outline 5 things that you should know before you start your product management career. So the first thing you should know before you become a product manager is the fact that although product managers contribute to the strategic direction of a company, product managers are not the people who are actually setting the strategic direction. That generally falls on leadership and maybe even the CEO or chief product officer. Product managers are a very strategic position because they contribute a lot to the strategy. They're able to pitch ideas to leadership, but there are definitely times where as a product manager, you have to get on board with the strategic direction, even if you're not 100% on board with it. You need to get yourself on board with it and then evangelize that strategic direction to your engineers, to your designers, to marketing, etc. So I think that's something a lot of people don't expect in product management. They expect that, you know, they're the CEOs of their product, meaning they can do whatever they want to their product. But that's not necessarily the case. And if that's something that you really need, maybe you should also consider starting your own product, being a founder where you can act as a product manager, but also be the person in charge of strategic direction. The second reason why you might not want to be a product manager is if you don't like jobs that are very fluid. And what I mean by that is product managers don't just have a set of tasks that they need to accomplish every day and then they can close their computers for the day and be done. A product manager's job can be different every single day. There's different expectations for different initiatives, and there's just different things you have to do based on the product you're working on, the strategic direction, and even the specific feature you're focused on. There's days where as a product manager, I feel like my top priority is to improve morale of the team. There's other times where I feel like my top priority is selling the product. And then there's other times where I feel like my top priority is just doing the project management. Every day is really different for a product manager, and if you really like structure and the very same schedule every single day, then product management will be a really stressful and unpleasant role for you. The third reason why you might not want to be a PM is because it's a really big responsibility, especially if you're a product manager at a tech company, because you're working on the very thing that the company is built on. So it's a huge responsibility. And unfortunately for product managers, generally when there is a failed release or just an unsuccessful new product feature, it generally falls on the product manager, which kind of sucks, but it's actually generally the product manager's fault if a release was not successful. So it's a huge responsibility, and a lot of people in the company are depending on you to build really successful enhancements to the product that customers will love. Because if you are successful as a PM, it means that the sales team can sell the product better. It means that customer success can hang on to more of their customers. You get what I mean. It's a huge responsibility to be a product manager because you're fundamentally impacting one of the most important parts of a company. And that's a big responsibility. So if you're not looking for that, if you want something that's a little bit less intense, then you might not really enjoy the product management role. And that's totally okay. The fourth reason why you might not want to be a product manager is if you don't like to be in the spotlight. As a product manager, I generally find myself doing presentations all the time. Sometimes it's at all hands meetings or in sales calls, or sometimes I'm presenting my roadmap to leadership. There's a lot of presenting that happens, and the spotlight is often on the product management team. I mean, product managers are representing, again, that core part of a company. So people in different parts of the company will look to the product managers to evangelize the product, talk about it, give beautiful presentations about the product. And so if you really don't like being in the spotlight, if you don't want everyone in a company to know your name and what you do, then this might not be the best role for you. Now, the last reason why you might not want to be a product manager is if you want to manage direct reports within a couple years of being a professional. Now, this is something that I actually did not know when I was going into the product management career path, but in product management, you might have to work for a decade before you have direct reports. So, you know, as a product manager, we have to lead without authority, meaning a lot of people have to do what we want them to do, even though those people don't report to the product manager. And that's a really good skill for a product manager to have. But if you want actual direct reports within, 2 to 3 years of you working in the field, then product management might not be for you. I mean, generally, you might start your career either as an associate product manager or a product manager, spend a few years there, and then you would also need to spend a decent amount of years as a senior PM before you get to that point where you'd actually have direct reports. And this is unique to product management. You can actually become really high up in a company when you're a senior product manager. You're in a very strategic role, you get paid really well, but you just don't have your own team of people that report to you until you become either a group product manager or a product lead. So if you enter the product management career path, you might see that some of your peers or other people your age are getting direct reports far earlier than you are. And that doesn't mean they're ahead in their career, it's just the nature of the product management career path. So there you have it. Those are 5 different reasons why product management might not be for you. And of course, I'm going to add a disclaimer in there that none of these things deterred me from being a product manager. None of them make me want to change careers anytime soon. I still think product management is a phenomenal career path. It is strategic, it requires user empathy, it gives you an adrenaline rush when you release things. But that being said, there are still some things that are hard about being a product manager. And if any of these 5 things kind of scare you, it's not to say that you should absolutely not be a product manager, but rather you might just want to consider other options. So I hope this video is helpful for you, particularly if you are considering the product management career path but aren't quite sure about it just yet. I hope this gave you some inside scoop as to what you should expect if you do pursue this career path. Thank you all so much for listening. I do want to do one shout out before I end this video. Congratulations to Justin, who messaged me just a few days ago telling me that he just landed his first product management job after watching some of my videos, and I'm sure doing some other work too. But thank you, Justin, for letting me know about your new career. I'm so excited about it. And if any of you also find your first product management job or just first job in general, comment about it. I love hearing that stuff, and I'm so excited every time that happens. So congratulations to you, Justin. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. Thank you so much, friends, and I will talk to you next time.